Anyways, this is Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. This is the PAL version
All
on the
right,
PS2.
I'll do my best.
And today we are running 100% because we actually had to completely purge the leaderboards this week due to a discovery that I inadvertently made. Apparently every single run that was on the board was missing the infrared goggles, including my own pending ones, so get to go back and rerun the game all over again. It's okay, it's a fun run, so thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. Should have kept the X button held there. That's okay. That's a very good infiltration. So if you've never seen a 100% run before, or any runs of this game in particular, there aren't really any glitches. This is 100% speed-based memorization, execution. I did not execute very well just there. It's a very good Black Ninja fight. It's not the normal manipulation that we get. Normally he spawns a lot closer to the right edge of his little circle of boxes, but that spawn is actually, that pattern is actually better for this run because the card drops a lot closer to the entrance of his little arena there. Yeah, I'm taking an alert there. That's unfortunate. Okay, so now we quickly run through the second floor. We need to pick up both the binoculars and the silencer. So the reason we don't pick up the binoculars on our first trip down here is because we want to maintain the Black Ninja manipulation. Wow, dude did not spot us. That's awesome. He absolutely should have spotted us. So in this game, the alerts are very unforgiving. If you take an alert, that is approximately a second to a second and a half that you're going to lose. Because the timer doesn't stop when you take an alert. And then every subsequent screen that you run into, unless, like, I don't know what causes guards to automatically be on screens once you transition screen while you're under alert. But if there's no guard on the screen and you kind of enter an evasion phase, if you don't quickly get to a spot where you won't be seen, guards will catch you. And it becomes particularly troublesome once you get into building number 2, the tower building, because you're just going around that spiral and there's no place for you to hide. So if you take an alert while going through the spiral, you're just going to keep taking alert after alert, and it just slowly adds up and eats away at your time. So this portion of the game is just a waiting period. We just gotta wait for the Green Beret to walk around these screens. We're gonna follow him to Dr. Madnar's cell. By far, this is the slowest, most uninteresting part of the game. But, it is what it is. Gotta do it, so. At the very least, the Green Beret has a set pattern. You don't need to worry about him deviating from it. Unlike another NPC that we're going to have to probably walk around to try and get. The pigeon. So coming back onto this screen a second time is kind of a pain in the butt, because if you walk a little bit too far past the screen transition, you're spotted. And it's especially troublesome on the PAL version, because this version of the game, compared to every other release since the PS2 releases, the PS2, NTSC-U, and NTSC-U, or NTSC, yeah, North American and Japanese releases of the PlayStation 2 version ran at normal frame rates. PAL version was sped up 12% because the developers were not happy with how slow Snake was moving in the PAL version, since at the time, PAL versions only run at 50 frames per second. That was a very good Green Beret tailing. We got a 751 on the Dr. Madnar call. Typically you see about a, like, when I'm running this, I see about a 754, so. And that brings us to our first intentional death of the run. So, effectively what we're doing here, we're resetting the in-game timer to the exact point when we called Dr. Madnar on the codec. This allows us to reset the in-game timer back to that point without needing to sit through his codec call again. So it saves us about 7 to 9 seconds overall. So we got 4 mines. Now we gotta do the swamp run. You only need 4 mines to defeat Running Man on the easy difficulty, which is what we do most of our speed runs on for this game. The exception to that would be the big boss runs and anything on the MSX or the Wii. As both of those platforms do not have selectable difficulties. They just run on the original difficulty. And this brings us to Hideo Kojima's favorite boss, and a boss that my brother lovingly refers to as Dino Nuggy Man. This is Running Man. He will never actually attempt to damage us. He just basically runs away from us and will appear in the room directly diagonal from the room that we're in. So, to defeat him, we're just going to lay down 4 mines right in the hallway that he's going to run through. And then we're just going to watch him run through them a few times. And there, he looks like a Dino Nuggy. Boom. It's very important that we get the number 3 card out. It wasn't so important that I switch over to the handgun. It's just kind of like a force of habit from running any percent. Yeah, from running any percent. So we've got to deal with a pesky helicopter up next. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up some Stinger missiles. So I did miss a punch going down to the Stingers, which caused that guard to stay on the left-hand side path. Ideally, he would have come across that little bridge over to the right, and we wouldn't have had to waste time punching him. Because for whatever reason, when you take an alert from guards in this game, and only from guards, it doesn't apply to laser traps or cameras or anything like that. But if you take an alert from a guard, you get stuck in a freeze frame. Really annoying, especially when you're trying to go fast. So this is the Hind D. This is the whole reason we had to go get the Stinger missiles. He'll take 3 shots on this difficulty to kill, and I like to take him on this screen because, well, it just looks like this. Very fast. And if you take the exact path that I took, you don't need to worry about taking damage, because he doesn't deal enough damage on the easy difficulty to bother going over a screen. So we grab our cardboard box, we're gonna come up here and call the Colonel. Shoot that guy. Ideally we don't, but because we were a little slow, I'm just gonna shoot these guys. and that gets us to Holly. That's actually a really good split for getting to Holly. Normally we're looking at about 14 minutes and change. Okay, so now we get to do every 100% runner's favorite part now. Like, this is the part that everybody messed up on. So this is Armory Raid number 1. And to do the Armory Raid correctly, we need to remember to grab the infrareds to the north of that elevator room. You'll notice my split name there, grab the infrareds. It's very important that we grab those. Like I said, everybody has forgotten about them for literally years at this point. Going all the way back to 4 years ago when Mad Runner made the very first 100% run. So hopefully we'll get some good RNG here right after the grenade guy, also known as Red Blaster. Come on, stand up, Snake. So because I now have an extra item in my inventory, like, it's going to throw my menus for the rest of the game off. I'm used to doing this run with one less item than what I normally would have. Alright, Mr. Birdie. Please be nice to me. Very good. So that bird can really waste a lot of your time. That bird was a god bird. That bird was on our side tonight. Alright, so same thing as before when we called Dr. Madnar. We take a continue here because it saves us roughly 5 seconds. And so now we need to go back into the sewers. So this is kind of a pain in the butt elevator ride. But yeah, basically the pigeon, the bird, he works off of RNG, random number generation. So every single playthrough, he's a little bit different. And he can either be really, really good to you like he was to me, or he can be really, really evil to you and just keep flying around. And the more he flies, the more time you lose. Alright, since we're back in the spiral, we're going to go back down to the sewer and go back down to the Zanzibar building, where we will make our way to the 4th floor. No worries, we will be coming back to the other floors of this building a little bit later. We'll be coming back to the 1st floor, the 3rd floor, the 4th floor. We're going to be all over this building by the end of it. But for right now, we got to do a very difficult punch. We have to hit that punch so that we can avoid that laser trap. Are you kidding me? Yet again, Snake does not stand. It doesn't hurt me because it literally is just going to respawn us on the 4th floor. It's just annoying. And again, because we go by in-game time instead of real time, I mean, I kind of get a do-over, but I'd rather not have the do-over. General rule of thumb when you're crawling underneath something is as soon as you can see Snake's feet, you can stand. Problem is that Snake just didn't want to stand. There he goes. Now he wants to stand. So we're going to go through the mannequin rooms here. There are 4 layouts that you can get for each one of these rooms. And we just got the worst one possible for that room. The second room, we just got the worst one possible. For the first room, we actually got a really good one. But that second one was bad, because that means that Gustava here is going to eat some time. Fuck it. So if you're wondering why I'm crawling into the elevators, it's because you can regain control of Snake just a little bit quicker if you crawl in as opposed to running in. You'll see how much further into the elevator Snake runs compared to crawling while we're here running with Gustavo, because while we're with Gustavo, we actually can't crouch. We can't crawl. So check out how much further into the elevator Snake runs when we move in here. Like, that's a lot further before we regain control of him. Okay, we get a little bit of a thumb break here. And we're off. Onward! Yeah, see, we can't crouch while we've got characters with us. A bridge! Sorry, that's kind of stream tradition anytime that we see a bridge. A bridge! Oh yes, totally safe. Absolutely. 100%. Forgot we got Gustavo's brooch there too. Puts us in a much better position. Okay, we no longer need this B2 ration. So we're just going to eat some bullets and mines here. Okay, so that's actually really good to know. I didn't know that if I took an alert there, if it would help me or hurt me. And it appears that it helps me. So we're gonna get off on the second floor. We're gonna make our way back down to B1. Hey, Shannon. Oh my goodness. Alright. So now we gotta make a stop on the third floor for its goggles. This is actually attempt number 1. So we're doing really well. This is attempt number 1 still. Now, we start the 4th floor raid here. Punching that guy again, that's such a difficult punch. I mean, so yeah, it is attempt number 1. It's already tainted though, because I did take a death, which sucks, but it's kind of one of those is what it is kind of situations. I kind of forgot what card I had to switch to. It's been a couple days. Okay, good. We got the punch there. That's another difficult punch. It's not as bad as the 4th floor punch, but it's tight. Because if you don't get it, then the guard that's coming up from the right will see you, and then you're toast. Okay, so we're gonna take on the Ultra Box here, because they don't want us getting to the 20th floor. So Snake's just like, I guess I'll take the stairs. Yeah, it sucks that I had to take one extra death, and it was crap too, because it was in the dark room right before the mannequins, and I just had another one of those cases where I was hitting the X button for him to stand up after I crawled under the vent, and he just didn't stand up, and then the next thing I knew I was falling in the pit. But I mean, if I can get anywhere near my non-infrared goggles PB, I'll probably still submit it anyways. Because there's nothing against taking a death in the rules. Holy cow, this is a lot of stairs. Snake's getting winded. I'm getting winded just looking at this. There's an extra item in my inventory now. It pushes everything down one extra. Like, I'm used to doing the right down and then just being on the hang glider, and now I need to do right down down. It's only mildly annoying. Okay, it's time for the Jungle Evil Lottery. I'm from Pennsylvania, leave me alone. Good, very good. Jungle Evil has been so good to me the last dozen runs or so. And missing that punch doesn't really hurt us at all because we gotta wait for the egg to hatch anyways. Part that's gonna hurt is that the egg is now in a different spot. So the very first time that I played this game, I thought that the fence was active because this guy was patrolling here, and so I would keep reloading the area and just grenading him over the wall, wondering why on earth the fence wasn't turning off. Yeah, it took me a solid hour to figure out that I wasn't supposed to blow him up. Okay, so now we gotta remember to call our codex. 93, 38, and 40. Well, that was just straight up not good. Thankfully, Metal Gear only takes 12 grenades, but that was abysmal. It's not very often that you're fast enough that you actually have to punch that guard, so that's awesome. Okay. Alright, so now we gotta get back to the Night Fright fight arena. Ooh, we just made it. Dr. Midna, why is he dead? Okay, there's our entire inventory. There's everything. Everything. Infrared's included, damn it. Okay. Dead. Dead. Walking in the mines. Whoa! Time for you to blow up! Hey! Alright, Mr. Connery. Oh my gosh, that is like the best spot for him to die. Hurry up, drop over. That is the best big boss fight ever. Like literally ever. It ended right in front of the door. You know, with a good guard pattern here, I could actually potentially tie my PB for infraredless. That's what I'm gonna call that category, infraredless, because none of us ever got the infrareds. Come on. Come on.
Kept you waiting.
Let's friggin' go. That is awesome. That is awesome. So I'm curious. No way. No way. I just beat infraredless by 2 seconds. Exactly 2 seconds. Infraredless went 57:32. This run just went 57:30. I took the time to pick up an extra item and I had a better time. %. Let's freaking go. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. But of course, you know, we gotta wait until the score screen to make that official. Oh yeah, that easily beats house tests time. Well, nobody has a time right now. Like literally everybody's was invalidated, house tests included. But house tests record when we were doing infraredless was a 59:26. Now that we've all realized that, hey, we forgot the infrared goggles, we have to take a couple extra seconds to pick those up. You know, I was timing everything prior to jumping on stream to try and find the best route for when to pick up the infrareds, and I settled on picking it up after you raid the armory, taking a very specific route to get an alert from a specific guard, and routing in the infrareds caused the armory to jump from, I believe it was about 40 seconds or like 45 seconds up to about 58 seconds. So it added about 15, yeah, about 13, 15, somewhere between 13 and 15 seconds, depending on how well you menued. And I still beat my old PB from before we were collecting the infrareds. That's amazing. I mean, a lot of that has to do with the big boss fight, though, really. The big boss just deciding to keel over right in front of the exit door was fantastic. And then the bird, it was another fantastic pigeon. The pigeon just wanted to play along tonight. This is going, legitimately, this is going to be a hard run to beat. Like, for a bunch of reasons. Like, I barely got caught on any walls, any corners. I think I only got caught once on a corner. Like I said, fantastic bird, fantastic green beret. Like, coming out of the green beret, I had, you know, it was probably a second or two off of what I would normally do. The only way that this run gets, you know, a little bit better, realistically, is when you pick up the mine detector and you come across that room. I didn't have card 1 equipped when I got to the exit door. I still had card 2 equipped, so I wasted like half a second on that door and I had to menu up, and that caused me to take an alert right there. So that cost me half a second because I didn't have the card equipped, and then another second or so because of the ring. And then because I took the alert there, the guard followed me into the next room and I had to walk the long way around the table, which took probably another second and a half. So, I mean, realistically, without that tiny little mistake, this is probably sub 5730. And that was, like, legitimately, this was first attempt of the night. Like, no resets, nothing. Just sat down, very first go of it. Like I said, the only warm-up that I had was I was testing the armory for timings.